welcome back to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Thuy Phan. In this segment, I will show you how to make a really delicious beverage called sparkling white peach sangria. And during the summertime, stone fruits are always in season, like this white peach, and I just thought, what can I do with it? And I think this is a really bright and it looks like a really nice dessert drink. And I actually really enjoy it because I like fruity things. It's a little bit of alcohol, so a little bit departure of what we usually show you how to do, but it's a really easy drink to make. Obviously, I can make it in just a couple minutes, but basically all you will need is some white peaches, a few raspberries for garnish, some mint too if you want to add that. You need peach flavored sparkling water, and then also some apple juice, and then also a sweet wine, either I have here a pink Moscato, but you can either use Sauvignon Blanc or a Chardonnay, even if you want to do that. I've also used a white peach sake before, and that works. So you can kind of pick your alcoholic component. So basically what you will need to do is, I have a pitcher here, and what I'll do first is I'll slice the peaches. I really like this one because it's such a pretty looking drink. Like white peach is so delicate, it's pink and really lovely, I think. So it's kind of just an option to entertaining if you want to serve something different versus just wine. So we have our pitcher here. I will add in some sparkling peach. Add some apple juice. About a cup. It's about our pink Moscato. Half the bottle. Add the peaches. Some more. Okay. And that is your sparkling peach sangria. And what you actually want to do is let it sit for a little bit so the alcohol and the flavors can infuse into the peach. The longer you let it sit, the little bit more that it will taste more peachy, but that looks really good. Cheers. It's yum. I really like that. If you are like me, where you can't really drink really heavy spirits or wines, this is kind of a perfect light drink that is really, it's sweet and you taste a little bit of the alcohol and it's fruity, so it makes me get a little bit woozy without thinking that I am. So that's one thing. That was so easy. So now what I'll show you how to do is to make miso soup. And miso soup traditionally is made with dashi, which is like a seafood stock, but I will make it with a purely vegetarian mushroom seasoning. So then it's a little bit of a modification, but you can't even tell the difference, I think. It's a really quick, simple soup that I make sometimes when I just want to put together something quick. It literally takes about 5 to 10 minutes from start to finish. But you never have to order it again if you ever go to a sushi restaurant, because you can make it at home. I'm starting to feel the flush of the alcohol because I'm kind of a lightweight, but that's really yummy. But let's set this aside and let me show you how to make the miso soup. What I'll do first is I'll cut up the tofu, I'll cut up the mushrooms and the scallions, and then we'll take it over to the stove and make the miso soup. It's literally 5 to 10 minutes. Really easy. Okay. You only need about half of this tofu. I like to cut it in really small pieces because that's how I like to serve it, but if you like the big pieces, you can cut it big. So I cut it into 3s. And then you just kind of make a miso soup is obviously so healthy for you. You have tofu, you have mushrooms, and the miso paste. It's the soy-based paste, so it's a lot of protein, and it's so comforting on a cold night. The mushrooms, you just cut off the ends. Discard this. And you have these cute little mushrooms. How cute are they? And you want to cut your scallions as thinly as possible. So what I have here first is I turned the heat on to medium-high heat. I'm going to let the water boil. It's 4.5 cups of water. Once the water starts boiling, I'll add in the mushroom seasoning and then the miso, mix it together, and then put everything in. So that's really all there is to it. It almost feels like cheating how easy it is, but sometimes I feel like these super extra simple meals that we don't think about, there are people who aren't really chefs or cooks, or they don't really have that much time to be spending all day at the kitchen, and these are nice little just inspirational meals that you can just whip up in a flash if you don't have time, but you want something that's nutritious and healthy that you can feed yourself and your family. So now our water is boiling. We can get our miso soup going. So first I add about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of the mushroom seasoning. And then I add the miso paste, and this is what it looks like. This is a red miso paste. So hearty for a vegetarian soup. It's yummy. All right. So that will do it for us here on Phantastic Feast. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you come back next time. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me at phantasticfeast@gmail.com. Until next time, thanks for joining us.